Hello and welcome back, friends, to Anno 1800, and the current threat that faces our civilization. Not looking too good. They did some business on Bright Sands and tried to launch a skirmish against us, but fortunately we were able to fend them off this time. Our navy is, however, not strong enough to fight all those off. We do have two missions. One is to destroy the actual navy itself, and the other is to build up our own, either 16 frigates, we have 13 to go, or 10 ship of the line. I am thinking that I'm going to go for the ship of the line. It's more expensive, yes, but considering the strength difference, frigates having 2,000 hit points, ship of the line having 4,000, ship of the line doing 52 damage, and frigates only doing 28. So these are quite a bit stronger. They do, however, take longer to construct, so I anticipate that we are going to do some jump cuts on this one, so bear with me. In the meantime, we are also going to expand our industry. I need to be producing more guns and more sales as well. And I also want to start shifting more industry over here, although I might end up waiting until this threat has been dealt with. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to readjust our trade routes. I was taking weapons to our colony. We're going to stop doing that. The rest I will leave. I am going to break down the steel manufacturer to make some room and to salvage what we can of our steel. So instead of making steel beams, we're just going to trade for them. Let's shift all of these to just buy. Going to do this for all of our basic resources so that we are not running low and we can keep up on the ship production. Sales, stop selling. Just buy it when available. I don't think we're going to. We're going to have to keep producing that for our own. Steel, no longer sell. Just buy, buy, buy. Steel beams, just the same. And of course, guns. A lot of guns. We need all of the guns. Like so. Okay, so to construct the ship of the line, it costs 30 sails, 30 guns, and 60 wood. So to keep that going, what I am going to do is I'm going to...
We assist however we may.
Wonder if I have a free ship anywhere. Because I could just buy all the materials from here, and in fact I do need to. So let's actually spend some cash to get that started. And let's just start trading. A little more expensive this way, but it beats having to produce it on my own. We'll do brick, and we will do steel beams, and our very new ship, Axum. Off you go, my friend. Okay, now we have a lot of workforce, so I'm going to just build a bunch of these. Basically as many as I can afford, which is 3. Can I do a 4th one? I can. So that's 5. I'm going to be digging through our steel production, unfortunately. Let's build another warehouse here. And hopefully that'll take care of that for the moment. It is going to hurt our tourism, unfortunately. But we are starting to make some money. You can see we've made an income of 1,000. I don't think that pays for the 400 quite, but it's a start. The weapon factories are also very expensive, unfortunately. So it's going to be a little harder to keep up with, but we should be able to start producing ship to the line soon. Now, while I wait for that to catch up, I am going to make a quick jump, I think. What I want to do is I want to start making all my basic resources, schnapps and work clothes.
Ship constructed.
And I want to take those to our other island.
Keep up, constant.
I want to take them over here instead. And then I'll start trading. Instead of trading potatoes, we'll just trade schnapps. And that'll free up some extra room for our people over here to be doing something else.
Spend it all at once.
Thank you. I appreciate you funding my my war effort. So I'm going to do a very quick jump cut. While I get this situated, it's going to take some time to get these guns started up anyways. If there's anything that happens in the meantime, I'll obviously make a cut in and let you know. Otherwise, I will see you guys after.
Fleet en route.
So I did get a couple of missions. One to do an escort task and another to hunt down a patrol. So I am working on those in the meantime. I do have kind of a decent fleet. I figure sending them off won't be too much of a trouble. Routes are doing okay. We've been able to reroute everything around the enemy fleet. So for the moment, we're doing all right. Imagine living here. Like, I know once upon a time that was reality
People
for some,
celebrate
but
your leadership.
this is sad. My goodness. Like, is that even salvageable? Well, what once was. Okay. And then I think we
Ready for
should be on
challenge.
track for our first ship of the line as well. So that is starting up. One down, a million more to go. Yeah, there's our ship that needs to be escorted. Maybe overkill, but I want to be absolutely sure that we get this done and we don't lose too many
Chosen
ships.
For a royal escort.
Now, it is just going to the Queen's flagship, so that shouldn't be a problem, but... And I think immediately after this, we'll resend all our ships over to deal with that patrol as well. So that is working well. As for our industry, we are producing flags, we are producing guns, slowly. Very slowly. I haven't thought to look. There must be something I can use. Oh. Oh, they just appeared out of nowhere.
Ship under attack.
Getting absolutely destroyed. Fantastic.
We are ready.
Let's actually send, let's go pick these up real quick. That was just a small skirmish. We do have a couple of repair docks, so I'm not too concerned about damages that we take. Oh, weapons, perfect. Oh, and something else. What is that? A mortar. Interesting. So they actually drop materials as well. More weapons, another mortar.
Frigate first class.
Should probably group these guys together. Also, I realized I was escorting them with a clipper. Let's... Did I accidentally select a clipper from... Storage is full. Okay. That's the Axum. This was... I think this was the ship I was using to transport goods from our colony. We'll get rid of that.
Her Majesty has little patience. You can rely on us.
Fleet commencing escort.
Okay, so there's that. Where is our capital ship? Our capital ship. Or small capital ship, but ship nonetheless. Let's keep one of the mortars here. That was enough weapons, so I guess I will... Ooh, we can actually stack. That's 3 now. Perfect.
Resting? Oh.
Ah. Let's pick this up and give it over. And then once our ships are healed up, we're going to send them to deal with that patrol.
Without supplies, such reinforcements are going to be vital.
Oh, beautiful. That's going to help a lot.
Look busy.
Really, it's just a waiting game. I could build another dockyard. I'm not going to right now, but if I feel like I need to, I will.
Fires rage everywhere. We must...
Now we have arsonists. From bad to worse. Okay, where are these guys? Our fighters are jumping to action.
Aldo?
Problem is, this city's quite a bit bigger than the colony. Might be a little bit harder to find the arsonists.
I have a fitting for new boots.
Hello? Where are you guys? Like, they're walking around with big flaming torches. How hard can they be to find? There's one. Hello? It's getting a little ridiculous. Are they just around the artisan houses? Like...
Now the fires are out of control. And the arsonist's still loose.
Oh, that was timed? That's annoying. Okay, they are outside of the map.
Fleet on the
A
move.
competitor's island is under siege.
Not Willyville. Alright, well, those ships will go and take care of that. I'm a little concerned that they're outside of the map, but that's, we'll deal with that later. Okay, well, the fires are stopping then, apparently. Also making good progress on our ship of the line. It's going to be expensive, but I think we can afford it.
Ready the ropes?
5 ships versus 3.
Engage.
There we go. I'll make sure that they go on the offensive. Let's build some more houses over here.
Bright Sands is no place for civilians. We must come to their rescue.
Uh-huh. Deal with that in a little bit. Hold on. There's still a fire that is not being put out. Oh yeah, it is. They just were taking their sweet time getting there. All right. Here, our first confrontation. Maybe. He's going pretty fast. Ah, come on.
Moving to coordinates.
Ship constructed.
Fleet, prepare to fire.
There we go. That should get his attention. We were able to split one off from the other two.
Ship under attack.
He's coming back around. He's moving on. So one of them just said, forget you.
Enemy target established.
Martyrs to the cause!
Question is this a one-time use, do you think? No, it's got a cooldown. That was a decent amount of damage. Not as much as I thought it would be. Okay. Ooh, he came back. Beautiful. Makes my job easy. You, back up.
Ship under attack.
Beautiful.
This is not over! The frigate
It
can
is a
take a
start.
few hits.
But the performers are many.
Alright, pick up our supplies. Also got an achievement. Very nice.
Fleet embarking. Fleet en route.
He is not looking too good. That was a close call. I'll have to get him back to port and repair up. Now, we are constructing ships. We also need to get someone over there. So once these guys are back, we'll look at that.
Fleet moving in convoy. Fleet on the move.
Hopefully we got some good goodies from that. Okay, to be safe, we'll send them to there and then around back home. They might sink my ship. Unless they're just not able to fight back. They're almost in range. Ah, we should be alright. Perfect.
Just from laying down the bars.
70,000. You want me to pay you? Yeah, the last thing I need is to deal with two people at once right now. Not in the mood. Like, I'm still discovering new islands. I know I haven't done a whole lot of exploring, but it's a tiny one. Okay, and we need to get someone around here to pick these guys up. Nice little sewage grate. I wonder if that was there before. And there's also 2 ships. Please don't attack my ship. Thank you. Okay, ship is moving into position. Get to rescue these guys. A couple of groups right here. There are 2 ships patrolling that we have to avoid. There's also a patrol moving through here or there. So this is definitely going to be a timing thing. Where is my ship? Let's get him like a little bit closer, maybe right there. And I need to be extra careful that these guys don't turn around. So that's what I'm keeping an eye on mainly. Yeah, they totally don't see them. Absolutely. Okay, now we wait for a little bit. It's just a waiting game, man. The other thing I've noticed, the Perforians don't attack anyone else. It's just me. I mean, just because my last name might be good doesn't mean that they have to take it literally. Okay, opportunity. Let's go for it. Please don't turn around. Please don't turn around. He's turning around. You gotta be kidding me.
Be reunited with dear
Time to go. Oh! That was close. Alright, you go off that way. Yeah, we are good. Okay. My goodness. That was a close one. Okay, the rest of you guys. Actually, let's test our ship of the lines out. We have an escort mission. The beginning of a grand fleet. The Perforians aren't going to know what hit them.
The wildfire catches. It catches.
Ah, that fire spread. Okay, and we're back.
Quickly, the civilians! I won't see them swept up.
Oh, my dear Thomas.
Theodora, finally
Oh.
I can hold you in my arms again.
Oh, she was the demolitions guy. Why is he still wearing his prisoner slacks? Okay, well, anyway. At least that was a happy ending.
Line reporting in.
There's our ship. Let's escort you. Hopefully we'll get
Who's
some
the charm?
more weapons from this. That would be amazing. Look at all those guns. That's fantastic. And the range, too, is insane.
Every ship needs...
Attention for the Admiral.
Oh, they can also sail at pretty good speed as well. I'll take it. Are we not going to be able to test this out? I guess not. Unless these guys are going to try their hand. Nope. Oh, there they are. Right next to everyone else. This is going to work well.
Ship under attack.
Literally destroyed.
Fires rage everywhere. We must unmask.
You have a minute. Okay.
The fire left ruins behind.
Man. I don't know where these guys are supposed to be.
Ship of the line reporting in.
Flaming demons!
Okay, there's 1, 2.
Without supplies, I'm not absolute. Such reinforcements are...
Okay, I know I am blind. But there's so many people, I'm having trouble picking them out. Well. Where are y'all? Okay, I'm not gonna make it. I have 10 seconds to find them. find 3 more in 10 seconds. Unless I get really lucky. Are you an arsonist?
Now the
Nope.
fires are out of control, and the arsonists still
I
loose.
tried. Okay, so let's drop off that, but that took care of our missions for now, so we'll just get... Oh, my shipyard's on fire. Okay, about 5 minutes left to go on our last ship of the line. We've amassed quite a fleet. I think strong enough to take on this little group here. In the meantime, I did upgrade a good chunk of our population to workers, and I will eventually upgrade most of these to artisans as well to start really pumping out the money. What else? We also did do quite a bit of expansion over here. We've shifted a good chunk of our industry, for farmers at least, to this island of Lickwick. It's not looking too bad. It's supplying actually itself and Ditchwater with everything it needs, everything the farmers would need, and the basic resources of the workers. We also began expanding over here onto this little island of Rookerdam. I intend for this island to supply us with all of our wood and all of our fish, or at least a good chunk of our fish. If need be, I can also expand over here and start gobbling up a little more of the smaller islands. And we're not doing too bad. I mean, the money is fluctuating. I could be trading a little bit more, maybe supplying more when it comes to the snaps and clothes. But all in all, I think we're doing all right. So once this final ship is constructed, we will begin the assault. So I was thinking about it, and I think I will continue to have as much as I can put of the farmland on this one. Anything that relies on farmers, basically, is going to focus on this island here. And then this one will start to expand into workers, and what we need from workers will kind of be focused over here. The issue is just supply and demand at this point. That's a lot of houses because I need the population to make everyone happy, to kind of keep up with everything, which we're doing. We're doing well, but in terms of space, it begins to get a little bit more questionable. But there are plenty of islands that are unclaimed. I could also just, with all the money I have, end up forcing one of my rivals off of an island. And I'm curious to see what will happen with Bright Sand as well. If we do get control of Bright Sands, that is a lot of space that we can use. So we'll see what happens with that. Otherwise, about 2 minutes to go now. It's going pretty quick, so we'll speed things up and let the party kind of tell itself. It's not looking too bad. I'm fairly happy with this. I do want to continue shifting my industry off of here. We do have a few more farmlands that I can get rid of. But while these guys are over here, I'm hesitant to put too much of my industry on other islands. Just for now. So I did the cheap stuff, and once I'm out of the danger zone, then I will do the more expensive stuff. And there she is, our last ship, the Pharaoh, adequately named. All right. So let's select all of our ships. We have a lot. Select all of our military ships. Group number 1, so I can select them all easy. And there she is. All right. Off we go. We do have some torpedoes as well. I also think I will just hammer the capital ship with the mortar fire once it stops moving.
I feel it reflects the times.
Not now, newspaper man. We have no time for propaganda. Yeah, look at all those cannons. Not gonna know what hit them. Again, once this guy stops moving, off you go. I'm losing some ships, but I think we are winning this. Yeah, we'll see about that. Only one of his ships, apparently.
Attention for the Admiral.
I lost 9 ships. Or no, sorry, 6 ships. Not too bad. I did somehow keep my, capital ship? Questioning? What are they doing? They just decide that, you know, that's fine. That's alright. Quest requirements no longer met.
Old friend, it is over. The last Beforians are sunk.
What you did goes far beyond us, dear blood. You have saved us all from a reign of terror. Now we are ready for Her Majesty. All the eyes of the world will be upon us.
Look at all those subjects. How enthusiastic they seem. Do you think they celebrate me, their Royal Highness?
In a manner of speaking, Your Majesty. In a manner of speaking.
And you are absolutely sure this Samuel Good was innocent?
No doubt, Your Majesty. Mustn't worry. Your attendance at this ceremony is nothing short of sublime. A gesture of the uttermost nobility that can heal this tormented place.
Let's heal it then, and be off.
See? Her Majesty is paying her last respects, just as Archie promised.
Yes, just look at her. I bet she's already forgotten who we are.
My sincerest condolences, children of Samuel, for the loss of the father you loved, and for the tragedy caused by the unfortunate actions of your uncle.
From now on, they rest side by side in the family vault.
They are at peace now.
For your unquestionable loyalty and bravery, you shall be knighted, and bequeathed the island of Bright Sands from now and forevermore. Oh, forgive me. I always laugh at funerals.
I fear, Majesty, it is time we were on our way.
She is...
The Queen. She's the Queen.
Bright Sans is returned to us. Father's name is cleared. So, that will be all, eldest. Will you and our Hunt be leaving?
After all we've been through.
I will not be fooled, Arhant. I know that we shall one day be parted. But if my prayers be answered, today will not be that day. Dearest sibling, today is not a day for parting.
Oh man. The island is actually ours now. I didn't anticipate that. Oh, and that's actually the end of the campaign as well. What was all that talk about the Perforians coming back?
You are the paradigm.
Good siblings save world from cult of Perforianism. Queen bestows a rare honorary knighthood.
The player has had their island
Yeah, that was me.
seized.
Good and Sons is unified.
Just crossed paths with the Great Wibbly.
And prosperous again under adroit leadership of its heirs.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Okay. I like how we have this nice little corner of the map all to ourselves.
The Queen is saved, all thanks to your remarkable travails and hardships.
You broke the chain. Now we are really somewhere.
You must have fed off my resilient aura there, driving the Barbarians away.
2 tattered flowers showered with tears give life to a meadow full.
Open war wasn't their style now, was it? But you know they won't be gone forever, dear.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about.
I had been looking forward to putting Edvard's head through the noose. Never mind.
Ruthless when you had to be. I like that. The world is rid of a great evil.
I'm sure I recognize something about that Grandmaster.
Okay, are y'all done? Well, I guess we have some rebuilding to do. At the very least, I kind of want to... maybe I should just destroy all this and start over, to be honest.
I wouldn't worry. Must only look at the pictures.
Well, that is an excellent question. So we defeated them. We actually did pretty well as far as our fleet is concerned. I think well, maybe not. We lost a little under half of our fleet, and the rest are damaged. So I guess this is where the sandbox is now. I think going forward, since I have a ridiculous amount of money, I would clear all this up. Probably just delete everything, if I'm being completely honest. And there's almost no point in trying to rebuild it, considering I have no resources to do it with. And I think... Let's see. I mean, I could just, like, do this and then... Well, that didn't work at all. That just deleted one of a kind. What even was that? That was a repair crane. So I'm not even getting the resources back, so I think... Yeah, I think it would probably be best just to clear all this. And then start from scratch, basically.
Far be it from me to bank on gossip.
Yeah, no gossip. But yeah, I think if I was to play it further, and I probably will, but I do have to finish Transport Fever 2. We're still working on that one, and I do still have Stranded Alien Dawn to look forward to later in the month. But I think I will take some time and think about what I want to go do going forward. I definitely want to keep expanding, although I guess instead of expanding here, I might as well just expand over here instead and make this into Bright Sands once again. I don't know if I would actually go through with like rebuilding it piece by piece, but that would be pretty cool to turn this into a metropolis once again. I would, of course, also begin reinvesting in the stocks, which I completely stopped doing, kind of at a certain point there. Considering all the money I have, I mean,
Your kind interest.
that's a relatively easy thing to do. I like how this guy's getting basically dominated.
Stocks and shares, eh?
And he likes it. See, I've got so much money, I can just buy all this.
You can help me charm the others.
And I'd probably start pushing her out as well. Just buying her out, essentially.
You have a share.
And of course, we also have the New World, which we barely touched once we were finished with our main objectives as well. We have the Island of Prosperity we can look at. We have the oil. See all these oil wells here. So it's like the campaign only lasted about halfway through. So that's what I will do. I will take some time to kind of build out, maybe expand into, focus on engineers and investors and getting that taken care of, take care of all the rivals, and I don't know, maybe we'll make something out of it. In any case, I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like, comment if you want to see me, I guess, finish the free play, I suppose. I'll probably do that anyways, just because I feel like it. And subscribe if you want to see more content. We're trying to post new videos basically every day as best we can. In any case, I will see you guys next time.